back 112. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Good evening and welcome to the Oman Cricket Academy, the place where action-packed drama is always on offer. This is the Oman D10, and what a wonderful game have we witnessed here. Couple of games and all tight corners. We are into the third game, and I believe it is Jamil Zaidi with the two captains for the toss.
Toss time now from Oman Cricket Academy ground Muscat for the Oman D-League powered by Dafa News. The match between Royal Oman Stallions and Majees Titans, round robin league match number 3. Royal Stallions being the home team, Karan Sunamle will flip the coin. Number is the call. Thank you, Wakas. उबैद टॉस जीत गया, क्या करेंगे आप?
हम लोग पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे।
कुछ टारगेट है कि इतना टारगेट देना है हमने ओपोनेंट टीम को?
नहीं, हम लोग जैसे पहले बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं तो ट्राई करेंगे कि ओपोनेंट को कम स्कोर में रिस्ट्रिक्ट करें अराउंड 80 to 90 एंड देन हम लोग इजीली उसको चेस करें।
आज अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही आप लोगों की, कल वाला मैच हार गया आप लोग, तो क्या टीम में क्या इस वक्त कैंप में क्या सिचुएशन है? सब गेयर अप हैं आज के मैच के लिए? बहुत क्रंच मैच है आपका ये।
हाँ, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट मैच है। जैसे कि हम लोग आज जो पहला मैच खेला, हमारा दूसरा मैच है, तो सब बॉयज़ ईगरली वेट कर रहे थे कि हम लोग ग्राउंड में जाके हम लोग दिखाएं कि हम मजीज़ क्या टीम है। तो सब बहुत मोटिवेटेड है ये मैच के लिए, क्रंच मैच है और इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दें।
चेंजेस हैं टीम में कुछ?
एक चेंज है, राहिल रेस्ट कर रहे हैं और माई सेल्फ इन।
Thank you, Ubad. Good luck for the match. Karan, you have lost the toss. What is your feeling and what you're going to do if you would have won the toss?
Yeah, we would have loved to bat first, but then we have lost a match, but we will win the match. That's our plan.
What is your target of about how much runs you are going to score to give tough time to your Majees Titans?
We know that Majees is a good team, so we will try to score around 100 plus. It's a good total for them.
Any changes in the team?
Ata is not playing and Saad come back in the team.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
So news from the center, Majees Titans had won the toss and they're elected to bowl first.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth itself. Majees Titans have elected to bowl first. They've been one of the prolific sides in this tournament. They've been in the mix of things, and looking at the Royal Oman Stallions side first. Anshuman Guruprasanna to start off. Shah Rukh Khan will be partnering him. Karan Sonavle, Junaid Ahmed, Ved Prakash Jaiswal, Karthik, Saad Baggar, Sharfuddin, Farmanullah, Yashasjiyal and Sagar Parmar. So that's a star-studded side. And talking about Majees Titans, Abhinav Sharma, Lakpriya Ravindra, Adnan Khan, Feresco Adams, Jihan Klote, Narayana Satish, Ubaidullah, Mohammad Asil, John Shafiq, Hamilton Dale, Abid Ullah. So two action-packed sides are going to be locking horns here at the Oman Cricket Academy. And what a moment is this going to be. They clashed in the finale of the Oman D20. And that's where they are arch rivals at the moment in the domestic Premier League competition. This is the Oman D10 powered by Dafa News. And I assure you that there's going to be ample amount of punches from both the sides. Majees Titans, they always like to bowl first. They bank on their batting to chase down anything. And then when you're talking about Royal Oman Stallions, they don't mind anything. They're a very balanced side, especially with the likes of Anshuman Guruprasanna right at the top. He's technically very sound, a good striker of the cricket ball, can tonk a big ball at any given time. And then when you have Shah Rukh Khan on the other side, who is pretty dynamic, he's very aggressive. The left-hander looks to be positive. Joining me in the comm box, it is going to be Amin Wagle. Amin, what a match are we going to be witnessing?
Oh yes, of course. Two top-rated sides here, Majees Titans and Royal Oman Stallions. Not too long ago, we witnessed a very, very interesting finals between the two. And now it's going to be another format. It's going to be another occasion. It's another afternoon where these two teams will look to lock horns. And just by the looks of it, it does seem that the Royal Oman Stallions and Majees Titans once again seem to be that sort of the team to beat on most occasions. Hemal Tandil with the new ball in hand, and he'll always look to make some impact early on.
How much of this decision at the toss would be coming from that match between IS and Muscat Thunderers, which was a low-scoring one?
Not much, because at the moment you can expect the lights to be turned on in that second innings. The moment the second innings, gets on underway, so plenty of changes once the lights are on and the period just before the lights are on to the match that was played previously, which was in broad daylight. The ball in swinging conditions, and you'll get to see the effect right away when Hemal Tandil delivers that first ball. Usually looking to get that away swing, and now he's looking to target the ball into the right-hander because there isn't much that will come. It will not be helpful for him. Just before sunset, you'll find the ball just skidding on and coming onto the bat rather than swing in effect.
It's that time of the evening where the dusk is just around the corner. And that's where Hemal Tandil is looking to take an early advantage for Majees Titans. He's generally very attacking. Just like that, looking to get the outside edge. There is a slip in position, and that's where you would see the best of Hemal Tandil.
Yeah, that away swing not coming for Hemal Tandil. He did play that game in the afternoon around 1:15ish and was producing huge amounts of swing. On this occasion, at the moment, he's just looking to push the ball through, beating the batter with pace and bounce. So, batting-friendly conditions, provided they play the right kind of shots, provided they have the right intent. Oh, this one must have struck him very hard into the ribcage. He's a strong lad here. Anshuman Prasanna. Immediately, everyone just circling around him to check his well-being. But look at that. What a champion.
Beaten by pace on that occasion. No chance whatsoever for Anshuman Prasanna. He's been one of the standout bowlers, Hemal Tandil, one of the best in business. He's quick and very effective. Bowls those hard areas. Doesn't like the batter to go after him. Doesn't experiment a lot. Age is on the higher side, so experience ample. Oh, a little bit of an extra bounce for Hemal Tandil, and that's where Anshuman Guruprasanna will have a little bit of a doubt in his mind.
Completely impressed. He's made a comeback of sorts in the Oman Cricket Academy, and looking to impress one and all. Hemal Tandil reads the conditions extremely well and knows which areas to bowl fairly accurate. And I believe our co-commentator during one of the post-match presentation ceremony in the previous game, where he got the man of the match, he told that he spent a little bit of time with somebody like Mohammad Shami as well, going through the rigors and training.
In the air and upish. Doesn't mind taking the aerial route. Won't get to the boundary, but in the process they will run a couple of runs.
Good result. And finally getting some runs on board here. Off the mark, Royal Oman Stallions. Have a look at that for an effort here. Last moment. And what makes it even more exciting is it's that youngster, doing all those acrobatics for Majees Titans. Pleasant sign here.
Lovely relay between both of them, showing a good partnership for Majees Titans.
One more ball remaining in the over, and there you go. You have the lights on. Wide, and it's going to be some free runs.
Certainly a brain fade movement for Hemal Tandil. He was bowling a gem of an over, and then to concede 5 free runs, you're never going to be doing justice to your skills. Sliding down the leg, a little bit of an extra swing, and Jihan Klote couldn't have done much about it. Seven runs of the over so far. An over which was looking really good, has all of a sudden turned in advantage for Royal Oman Stallions. In the air once again, this time even better, because a good part of the bat is behind it. Right from the meat of the bat, Anshuman Guru Prasanna is a talent to watch out for. He's just making those knocks.
Oh well, it's just not knocks. He's certainly looking to break down the door, because have a look at that for a shot. Clearing the infield, everything right about that shot, and never looked out of shape. And look at that follow through as well. Very picturesque. If the previous shot towards the covers didn't have enough legs, he made sure that this one certainly got the result. End of the over, 11. Royal Oman Stallions off to a start.
Adnan Khan comes into the attack, looking to fire it in, wide down the leg. Scampered around for a single. Such a brain fade movement for somebody like Hemal Tandil. You spot on in that over, bowling around the good length area. He was doing really well, and all of a sudden the final delivery, a big wide down the leg and 5 free runs, and then a full delivery just outside the off stump, which was caressed over the top for a boundary from the bat of Anshuman Guru Prasanna.
In the air, once again looking to clear the infield, and it has enough legs. This time around, Farisco Adams not pulling in the drive. It's a good boundary. They're looking to score quickly, and that's what's important for Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. That's the way it's supposed to be played, this power play phase.
What he's doing is that he's not taking any kind of risks. This is risk-free. Yes, over the top, but all he's doing is looking to just donk it sufficient enough to get cross the circle. And that's where he's not losing his shape. Look at that, look at that, look at that. That's a mix-up. Not doing the damage for Royal Oman Stallions. Hemal Tandil is the man at covers. He's everywhere.
Oh yes, certainly. Very, very present fielder. Have a look at that. And what a decent return as well. And there was no need to be aggressive and target the stumps. In the air, will land safely. Just a lofted shot at the moment. And that does it. You've got a boundary, and now rotate, strike and accumulate as much as possible.
7 runs of the over. They've done well to get off to a flyer. Big shot. This has gone straight up in the air. Fielder underneath it. They don't drop a lot of catches. And that's where I was almost certain that they're going to be holding on to that. Feresco Adams, one of the better fielders in the ranks of Majees Titans, is going to be dropping Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, distraught here. Because certainly Shah Rukh Khan can strike very, very big. He can turn this into a very long innings. Royal Oman Stallions will be glad that this one's dropped, because looked like a fairly simple one, but possibly could not get underneath it in the right amount of time. Now there's going to be an insult to injury. Shah Rukh Khan just plays a very, very good looking shot towards the onside, grabbing a couple of runs for himself. End of the over, it's 22 for no loss ROS.
Abid Khan comes into the attack. Big in swinger and did well to tonk it on the leg side. For a moment I thought that Anshuman Guru Prasanna was in all sorts of trouble.
He certainly looked to check his shots after he's been hit just under the rib. But then from then onwards, he's just looking to rotate strike and allow Shah Rukh Khan to then probably hit a few balls in and around. Fairly simple player, Shah Rukh, and always looks to make an impact. Nothing too fancy. He's a good power hitter, but at the same time doesn't lose his shape while looking to do so. And that's what makes him extremely key. Abid Khan.
Fends this one. They're looking for the second. They should get it. It's brilliantly played in the gap between 3 fielders. And all 3 would be looking at one another that why were we forced to spend all that kind of energy.
25 for no loss. They fairly got into a decent start at the moment. And they'll be pleased because we've seen those sort of an innings where that first innings was not looking very impressive. Struggling for runs, the team's batting first, and now all of a sudden a different approach. Leading edge, one bounce straight into the hands of the fielder. He had to cover a little bit space. Abhinav.
He's done fairly well for himself. Shah Rukh Khan, very attacking, positive. Yes, a little bit of an inside edges, outside edges. But that can happen to the best in this kind of a format where runs matter. You're forced and pressurized to score and score fairly quickly, and that's where you're trying to play one shot too many. But all said and done, on the back of that drop catch, 2.3 overs, 26 without losing a wicket. Dancing down the track, good bit of shape, probably might have been the slower delivery as well from the hand of Abid. He's a tricky bowler.
And very impressive too. One of the few bowlers that have really impressed me and one and all who are witnessing this Oman D series, whether it be the 20 overs or the 10 overs. It's not been a one-man show in the bowling department for the Majees Titans. Abid Khan has made his contributions as well. Plenty of wickets to his name. Looks to keep it tight, neat and tidy with that line and length. And then the kind of deliveries he bowls, what he does, he collects a lot of dot balls in the whole spell.
Cut. There is protection in the deep, so only a single. Wonder what is the kind of contribution that Bilal Khan would be playing in the growth of Abid.
Well, at the moment, what I see is it has to be something related to the mindset, because Bilal Khan would have certainly had a thing or two to say about the way of cricket, the way cricket is being played in Oman at the moment. The high standards, the high tempo. And what Abid is doing right here is that he's certainly living up to expectations. He's with the right people, the Majees Titans at the moment. Most certainly nothing about action here, because Abid Khan is fairly different. Bilal Khan, a very different sort of a bowler. Abid Khan is more pace oriented, more body oriented.
Looking to donk it around, not going anywhere. Abid will give a big long stare to Shah Rukh Khan for trying something so adventurous. 3 overs done, 27 without losing a wicket. Mohammad Asil comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. One of the quickest in the Majees Titans rank. He's sharp, he's nippy, just not accurate enough.
Well, that's been the observation so far for Mohammad Asil. He's played quite a few games, fairly new commodity in the whole scheme of things. Didn't see much of him in the D20s, but now in the D10s, now they've been giving chances to Mohammad Asil to make a mark, and he'll certainly learn to be a better performer from here onwards. Had a forgettable last game early on in this afternoon.
Generally leaks around 18 to 20 runs in those 2 overs. So his economy is around 9. In the air, travelling quickly. They will push for the second. They're a quick side. Brilliant running between the wickets, between these two young sensations. And Majees Titans are not going to be impressed with that fielding effort in the deep.
This is turning out to be a fairly decent start that they have got. Just 3 overs into this innings and already reaching that 30-run mark, and they wouldn't be complaining a lot about it because they've given chances to the Majees Titans and they have not managed to hold on to it. Mohammad Asil, on the other hand, has to keep it neat and tidy. This one's a wide, and he'll have a good look at the umpire.
That's a regular affair for Mohammad Asil. Every match, every over, wides conceded. And that's where it's not a rare occasion. It's just an occasional wide. Every regular interval, he concedes a wide. And that's where he needs to work on his accuracy.
Well, accuracy probably depends upon the strategy that they are and the plans that you have against a batter. At the moment, what Asil is struggling to do is to follow any sort of plans, because I'm pretty sure for Anshuman Prasanna, there shouldn't be any plan to bowl on his legs.
I assure you that with the fine leg inside the circle, the plan can never be to go towards the legs. Third is on the fence. That means he's expected to keep the ball on the offside. And because the mid-off is up in the circle, he cannot go full. So that's going to be the plan. Now he's nowhere close to the plan because he's gone way wide. Means the cut boundary comes into the equation. Cut opens up. So he's opened a boundary opportunity. He's gone on the pads. That's a boundary opportunity. And between all those terrible deliveries, he'll produce a gem of a delivery like this.
Yeah, and the previous delivery, which eventually ended up as a dot ball, was actually the right kind of delivery that's expected more often than not. It's not a very hard delivery. All you need to do is deliver your stock ball just straight up without any swing, without too much to do. What I've noticed in the previous efforts of Mohammad Asil is that he's looking to generate that extra bit of pace which is unnecessary for the proceedings at that particular instance.
Short and tonged away. This has ample amount of legs onto it. This has been the problem. You can't be bowling on the pads towards the stumps because that's the kind of field you have. And he's not been accurate and he's been very expensive.
And not only about the strategy of bowling on the legs, it's all also about Anshuman Guru Prasanna, because he's looked to just bat that one completely out of the park. It was wonderful timing from the blade. Rocked onto the back foot and helped himself to a good maximum here. Good going here for Anshuman. 21 of 16 at the moment and got a few boundaries to his name as well. So looking to consolidate out there in the middle.
Onto the legs once again, and it's going to be flicked for a single. My coach, late Vasu Pranjpe, used to tell me and my players that if your bowler is fighting a battle with himself, he can never fight a battle with the batter. And that's exactly the situation of Mohammad Asil. He's fighting a battle within himself to keep it within the line. And that's where, when you're facing quality oppositions, it's never going to be in your favor.
I completely agree. At the moment, struggling to just keep it very neat and tidy and struggling to keep it simple, Asil, at the moment. Looks to keep it out of the arc, working the tram lines, and will end the over with a dot. So a lengthy over with those couple of extras and then a maximum. He's gone for plenty. 11 of this over. 4 overs gone, 38 for no loss ROS.
Jan Shafiq comes into the attack. Cut well. There is protection in the deep. They're going to be pushing for the second. Not really. Not looking to challenge the arm on this occasion.
Shah Rukh Khan now, he want to get going. 8 of 7 deliveries, so he's spent enough time already in this first half of the innings. It's about time he can look to add a few extra runs, strike a little bit better.
Right in the block hole. We were saying that Jan Shafiq doesn't bowl Yorkers. An answer to the commentators. He bowls a Yorker and a gem of a delivery from the likes of Jan Shafiq right in the block hole. Probably the batter wasn't expecting it because he doesn't bowl them too often. What a timely wicket for Majees Titans.
Oh yes, the Royal Oman Stallions were looking to get a move along here. They started off very well and out comes Shafiq Jan with a beauty of a delivery. Absolute peach. Had absolutely no response, Shah Rukh Khan, because that has probably hit the foot of middle stump and you can't get better than that. 39 for 1. Jan Shafiq has made a comeback of sorts for Majees Titans.
Jan Shafiq giving a brilliant answer to the commentators. We said he doesn't bowl Yorkers, second Yorker in a row. Probably he's not fighting a battle with Royal Oman Stallions, he's fighting a battle with the commentators. What's your answer?
Well, I guess he must have heard you, or he must have just replayed and analyzed whatever we are talking about in the com box, and then finally said that, okay, I need to be responding to a few comments here.
Later in the evening, if he's watching this as a replay, he needs to screen record it, post it on the social media and tag me that this is your answer.
Or is this a ploy just to increase your engagement then?
Oh, my engagement is pretty handsome. 3 Yorkers in a row. This is incredible stuff from Jan Shafiq.
Yeah, good delivery here. And what a comeback by Majees Titans, especially on the back of Jan Shafiq, because he's just given away 2 runs, picked up a wicket, and at the moment, Anshuman Prasanna, who was looking to tong some good bowlers for good maximums, has all of a sudden been kept very, very quiet. A dot ball, a rare dot ball since the start of the innings.
This is incredible bowling from Jan Shafiq. I think this is the best that he's ever bowled in the D20 or the D10. Another Yorker, this time in the gap from the bat of Anshuman Guru Prasanna. It's a battle of the giants. Anshuman Guru Prasanna versus Jan Shafiq. Quality versus quality.
Completely agree. Both these players, plenty of quality on offer from both the teams, as a matter of fact. And this was quite full. It was a wide sort of a Yorker, missing his mark, not onto the stump. So all Anshuman Prasanna had to do was guide it towards the offside for a boundary. Great one. Comes once again. Oh, this time full, targeting the stumps. And I think he's got the recipe for success, Shafiq Jan, at the moment. And that's to bowl wicket to wicket, try to bowl full and not give any sort of leverage or room to the batters. He'll end the over on a very positive note. He's got a wicket and conceded 7 runs. 45 for 1 at the halfway stage. Royal Oman Stallions are up for a fight.
So half overs done, 45 for 1. So far so good for Royal Stallions. Guru Prasanna once again looking great form, 28, as Karan Sonavle has just dropped in. Some good bowling from Shafiq Jan in the last over, but the last one was good for the boundary. This was short, very much short, and equally dealt with towards the mid-wicket boundary for the six. Joining right time, Mudassir. What a time for you to come into the com box.
I'm loving this. He's something special, this young lad. Rock solid on the back foot. Oh, what a mighty blow. As the day passing by here in Oman, his stay is becoming dangerous for the bowlers. The way he's getting those runs. 50 comes up for Royal Oman. Aaron Satish, a loud appeal, but clearly missing that leg stick. There are quite a few players, but for me, he stands at top of the chart where I have seen the visible progress when it comes to getting those runs, Jamil Bhai. You must agree with me.
Absolutely, yes, I agree with you. This is what you're talking about all through the D20 series and D10 also. He's really become a solid opening batter. Onto the back foot, cuts to the sweeper cover for single.
Quite a few things which are very important. One is the backing of his family. The second thing is the backing of this team, Royal Oman Stallions, trusting his abilities and always giving an opportunity top of the order. The third most important thing, Anshuman himself. The amount of hard work he has put in his batting, it clearly shows. The results, those runs from the blade of Anshuman shows his talent. Oh, what a heave. It was in the arc. Karan Sonavle, the captain goes big. Runs are coming thick and fast here.
Well, once again, Karan Sonavle, a very, very good striker of the bat. Just pushed it towards him, long mid on. Look at that one. It was once again towards the Oman Academy building for the second maximum of this over. Not good bowling from the bowler. End of over. Still one ball to go, and very, very good over for the Stallions. Pushed, and we're talking about it. Finally got out. Once again trying to repeat the shot, but this time it's the mating hands of Ubaidullah at the deep mid with the wicket number 2. Back to the deck out. 58 for 2.
Brave enough there, giving that flight again. This time, a bit towards that 5th and 6th stump. And that is the reason he was not able to go towards the deep mid-wicket. Instead of that, he went straight towards long on into the hands of Ubaidullah. Making no mistake. Some relief for men in yellow. Wicket number 2 goes down. .67 is the run rate. Guru Prasanna. Anshuman Guru Prasanna, in fact. 35 of 25. Karthik joins Anshuman in the middle, and Abid is back. It's a floating power play over.
Plays and misses. We're talking about the bowling and the batting. We're discussing with Pranav. I was telling him that it is the bowler or the batter who himself keep himself according to the situation. Coach will tell you what to do, but actually he has to perform himself. Bowler also have to have own efforts to shine him or to polish himself. We're talking about the Mohammad Imran, what he was a couple of years before, but he was polished in the national team camp, and now he's unplayable stuff. But all that, he has done hard work.
Quick single, and needed a hit towards that non-striker. It's a substitute fielder. And also, it's important you need to be a good listener and you need to know what to take and what not to take. That is most important thing. You just cannot take everything, whatever the advice has come your way. And adaptability is the key. We have seen, rightly said by you, when we talk about Muhammad Imran, he used to be very wayward. Yes, he was at his peak with the pace, but bowling those bouncers, got those wickets, but line and length was not up to the mark. But once he made debut and under the guidance of the head coaches of Oman side, that slight polish, no, he looks to be lethal, unplayable. We can see the fear in the eyes of the batters whenever he has the ball in his hand. Hit hard and oh, you beauty!
My God.
What an effort! Oh, I have never seen such stuff here in Oman. One of the best catches I have ever witnessed in my whole life. It's number 44, Satish. Out of nowhere, a full and dive.
Absolutely stunning. Look at that one. My God. One-handed catch, full dived in the air. What a spectacular catch he has taken. One of the best, as we are talking about, of the entire tournament. Even you go to D20 and then come to D10. It is absolutely stunning. Look at that one. It was almost going for a boundary. Look at that. Right time dived into the air with one hand. And the ball struck like he had got gum in his hand. Look at that one. My God. Yeah. Absolutely stunning catch.
He'll remember this for ages. You beauty. And even the batsman, while walking back to the hut, you can see the smile on his face. He was surprised. But what an effort, Jamil bhai, what an effort. They were cruising well and all of a sudden 2 wickets going down in quick time. And Junaid Ahmed joins in.
These type of catches, as we always said, then one catch, one run out, one good innings makes the difference. And I think today the difference has been made by this spectacular catch by Satish.
Change of pace. Battle within the battle between these two sides. Top quality sides. It was Majees Titans who went on to lift the championship D20, beating Royal Oman Stallions. It was a one-way traffic. They were bundled out for 76. Royal Oman Stallions. So two quality sides up against each other. Now coming back to our conversation regarding the fine-tuning of the plays. And also once you are 23, 24, 25 years old, you make it into the national side, I think you cannot change a lot on your technique. That is what I feel, Jamil bhai.
I'll tell you one thing about our head coach, Dilip Pandis. The quality of his coaching is that our so many top batters were failed so many times. But he never ever asked them to change their batting style. What is the grip of the bat? Never ever. So this is the quality of a high class coach.
Flick of the wrist goes to a score corner. One bounce, couple of runs off the mark, Ahmed. Because you have that memory back in your mind, because once you start playing cricket at a tender age of 7, 8, if you start early, and after 16, 17 years, you cannot change the technique. All you need to do is just to motivate and you sharp and polish their skills.
Well, I think as far as age is concerned, I do not agree with you. 16, 17 is still too early. But you once try to coming to the maturity level, 20, 22, that's where you have to stop yourself and changing your grips or something like that. This is what my perception is.
Onto the pads, one bounce, what a pick up and throw, need a direct hit.
Because 16, 17 years is a learning age.
No, I mean to say, Jamil, once you started at the age of 8, if you play the game for 16 years, like 8 plus 6, 24 years, then it's really difficult. And I completely agree, 16, 17, still there is a chance to work on your techniques. We'll have this beautiful conversation in the next over. 7 overs gone, 62 for the loss of 3.
Shafiq Khan, once again, what an effort. Great effort. That should be the quality.
And this is a major change when we talk about Majees Titans. Now they are enjoying their fielding, have that support staff, they have head coach, they have strengthening coach. And all of a sudden they look a completely different unit. A lot of investment has been done by the team owner of Majees Titans. Not only for the seniors, but also he's inducting the youth at the right time, giving them that platform. And I'm sure he has that eye for future. In the slot, in the air, Ubaidullah comes under the ball and Ubaidullah drops. He took one of the sensational catches of catch of Karan Sonavle. It was hit hard a couple of overs ago, but now a sitter has been put down. Anshuman survives.
Absolutely, this is a sitter one. The most experienced, played a lot of cricket. We have seen him getting that catch of Karan Sonavle, and it was the most simpler than ever. Then he popped up out. One more thing I will tell you after this delivery, that we'll have to talk about. This time over the head of the bowler, and it's clean hit for the maximum.
See, not a good idea. Now he's trying to bowl that Yorker, and that Yorker is being delivered as a full-length delivery for Junaid Ahmed. Easy picking. Stand and delivered. Go straight over the bowler. A maximum. Where are the cutters? In the death overs, you need to have cutters up in your armory here. 70 for the loss of 3. Still 50 legal deliveries left.
Down to the mid-wicket region. But got a single. And they go really between the wickets. Absolutely brilliant running. We're talking about the grip of the bat, Mudassir. During our days, we have been told one of the hands on the handle, it will be down, slightly downward at the end of the bat's blade. And the second you can put it in the between, or the top or the between. But nowadays you can see the grip is totally different. It is grip in between the handle. Why? Because nowadays the reverse sweeps have come up. With that, you can play that reverse. This time once again in the air. Just dropped in front of the fielder. So the changes have come gradually. Because with that grip in the middle, you have one hand as a left hand and you can play the reverse sweep with the same power. At our time, there was no reverse sweep.
I agree with you, Jabil Bhai, and rightly said. Because it's a modern day cricket, you want to have that free flow where you can attack the bowler, so not having that bottom hand tight. Still remember, they used to have that grip very close to where the handles ends, then leave some gap, because the intention was to survive in those days. 8 overs gone, 74 for the loss of 3.
Good going at an average of 9.25. Oman Stallions is still the penultimate over is on, or the floating power play. It will be Khan who is going to bowl the 9th over. Drives through the cover.
Last 2 overs, how many more they can add? One stage they were looking to go beyond 100, but now 11 legal deliveries, 25 more needed to get to that 3-digit mark for Royal Oman Stallions. Junaid started off really well with the maximum. Spinner, excellent. Played straight towards the fielder. A very slow throw coming in. It was Hemal Tandale. Sometimes slight adjustment will do wonders.
So far he is bowling well according to the field. Very crucial over. They will try to contain as much as they can in this over. The moment I said it heaved into the air. One thing. Great try, unfortunately not successful. But try was excellent. He dived also. Got the ball in his hand.
In fact, it is Narayana Satish. Oh, look at that effort. Brilliant, brilliant effort. I was not sure who was the fielder who took that blinder. He was wearing that 44 number jersey. So I need to make that correction. 78 for the loss of 3. Need a good over. Anshuman goes big. Another tossed up delivery. So a couple of runs. In fact, just 1 run has been taken. So far, a good over from Adnan Khan.
And that is to all the floating power play, where every batter has to come and try to hit. He really bowled superbly so far. Once again, good delivery. Just given away only single. Some field adjustment is going on. In the air. Oh, absolutely wayward throw, and what a mess it was. What a mess.
Sometimes you just get carried away. All that excitement and you forgot what you are doing. It was just falling inside the 30-yard circle. Narayan Satish comes in. Pick up and a wayward throw. Nowhere near the keeper. The final leg tried his best. 6 runs will be added to the total. It was a good over from Khan, but Narayan Satish not helping the cause of Adnan Khan. 86 for the loss of 3. 9 overs gone. (86) 3 wickets down, 9 overs done. Hemal Tandale. The experienced Hemal Tandale. Gone for 4 runs. A wild swing by Junaid. Thick outside edge. No protection in the deep. So runs are coming thick and fast.
Well, some wayward bowling, some poor throw. Look at that one outside the office stump. And got the top edge of the bat towards the vacant third man boundary for 4. What a welcome runs for Royal Stallions. At one stage, thinks that they might cross around 80, but now they are almost on 90 runs. Still 5 legal deliveries to go. So the magical 3-over mark is just 9 runs away, rather 10 runs away. Hammered it towards the long on for the single. Still 7 wickets to go. I think they are doing the right thing. And all credit to Anshuman Guru Prasanna. Played a superb knock of 48 of just 33 deliveries. And Junaid Ahmed also helping him. Once again, a great knock from this young chap, Anshuman Guru Prasanna.
For Anshuman. Onto the pads, connects. Anshuman goes over the fine leg. Anshuman finds a maximum. And Anshuman raises his bat. He missed his 50 in D20 49. He was dismissed, but now he gets to a personal milestone.
What a way to get the personal 50 right from there. It umpires to see it is declared 4. But still he managed to get his well-deserved 50. 53. Absolutely brilliant batting from Anshuman Prasanna. He's such a nice, upcoming, young opening batter, showing his class in each and every match.
He's a high-quality player. Going for a quick run, and they'll get that run. Just wanted to understand what is the daily routine of this young boy. Staying away from his parents. Parents are settled back home in India. Now he is getting that support from Royal Oman Stallions, and thanks to the owner, Mr. Chaitanya, for giving an opportunity to all these young boys. So many youngsters from India, Pakistan, coming here looking for their future, and we should really thanks to the board, to the teams, to the owners of these teams for providing such a lovely platform. It's never easy, Jamil bhai, because you are also part of domestic circuit as well as the international circuit, because there is always a struggle for the newcomers. All they need is a good support, a family kind of environment, and Royal Oman and Yalla Shabab boys, they enjoy together. It's like a family for them.
Absolutely. All credit goes to the Chaitanya Bhai, the owner himself, during his time, a great spin bowler, but above top of it, great enthusiastic cricketer. He's crazy cricketer. And that's why, those ambitions which he had got in mind, he's converted into bringing 2 teams. It's not easy. Almost 40 players are around with them. That's time. Brilliantly picked it up. But it's going to be another maximum. What an over. What a time for Royal Stallions to get past 300, 100 mark. Look at that one.
Oh, he is solid whenever he plays on the back foot. A maximum, and look at that signal coming from the 13th man of Royal Oman Stallions. Rock solid is Anshuman. What a comeback. But Royal Oman Stallions, after losing a couple of quick wickets in this innings, last 2 was going for plenty of runs. It was Anshuman Guru Prasanna show under the lights here at Oman Cricket Academy. He remained unbeaten on 58. It's 103 with that maximum for Royal Oman Stallions.
Looking at the batting, it was Anshuman Prasanna who laid the front for the batting for Royal Stallions. 58 of just 36 deliveries, ably supported by Junaid Ahmed, 20 of 12 runs. No other batter can get double figures. It is 103 for 3 in 10 overs with. And what the bowling is concerned, no impressive but bowling performance from the Majees Titans. It is 1 wicket for Abid Abdullah, and 1 for Jan Shafiq, and 1 for Narayan Satish. So 103 for 3, 10 overs. It's going to be a very good match, Mudassir.
It all started with
flurry of boundaries from the blade of Anshuman. Caribbean flavor always in his batting. This was a lethal Yorker from Shafiq Jan. Satish came and Satish was sent out of the park a couple of times in that over. But he strikes at the right time. Karan Sonawale getting a maximum. Very next ball played straight towards the fielder Ubaidullah. It was a beautiful knock from Anshuman. And look at that. Asil was the fielder. The stunner has been taken by the young lad. A full length dive, but Junaid walks in, got those lusty boundaries, and a poor piece of fielding also helping Royal Oman Stallions to go beyond that 100. Beautiful shot on one knee. Goes big towards that corner and takes the team beyond 100. It's 103. Royal Oman Stallions manages in their allotted 10. We'll dive into a short break. And once we are back, it will be run chase for Majees Titans.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge away. Yes, it is.
Oman D10 powered by Dafa News. Big teams, big names bring big games, and this evening we are having one such encounter. It's Royal Oman Stallions taking on Majees Titans. And have a look at that scorecard here. And put into bat, and bat they did. Alevur Anshuman, Guru Prasanna, 58 of 36, lit the tournament on fire at the moment on this first day of the round-robin stage. And other batters couldn't contribute, but who contributed was Junaid Ahmed with 20 runs to the total, and they managed to get 103 for 3. As far as the bowlers are concerned, they were taken apart by Anshuman and Junaid, and of course Abid, Jan Shafiq and Narayana Satish all picked up a wicket to their name. Abidullah, however, was quite economical in his 2 overs, picked up 1 for 9. We've got a good run chase on hand at the moment, and Majees Titans have their task cut out for themselves. 104 is what they need, so a shade above that 10 run and over mark, and it's not going to be an easy task, especially for these openers who look to get going from ball number 1. Abhinav Sharma, Lakpriya Karunaratne, and it's that sort of a crunch situation for this side here, Majees Titans, because they've gotten off to a good win in that first game. Now in the second game of the evening for them, they would want to finish it off in style and have a good night's rest. Joining me in the comm box, Mudassir Qureshi. Runs straight away. Only a single though, but he'll be happy to get off the mark.
Good evening, Amin, and for the first innings we have witnessed young Prasanna getting those runs and getting some support from the other batters as well. Junaid Ahmed contributing at the end of the innings, and now it's up to the batters of Majees Titans. Sharma and Karunaratne out there in the middle.
Just one bounce to a diving Anshuman Prasanna. He's certainly looking to make a mark out there in the field. And speaking of dives, we've seen quite a few in the previous innings, haven't we?
Oh yes, Asil was the fielder, and I thought it was Narayan Satish, but what an effort and what a catch. And all of a sudden we can see that energy level going up in the field, and that is the quality of Majees Titans. It's all started with their senior pro Amir Kalim, live wire Vishwa Vijay Ratne. Now it's like a contagious disease for Majees Titans. Every fielder trying to put that extra effort.
Yeah, well, don't call it a disease. That's certainly something that I'd like to have. If nimble fielding and pulling out the dives was something of that sort. I'd look good on TV, pulling off a dive. My Friday cricket scenes would make me a superstar.
Tell us about your paddle, how it is going.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Just having a lot of fun playing the sport.
So in paddle, do you get an opportunity to put that full length?
Oh yes,
dive?
Of course. You've got different kinds of shots. You've got those very tricky players who look to play towards the other side, look to play away from you, and then you need to pull out the dive just to save a point. It's in the air. Somebody's looking interested. No, it's just going to land safe. And this is the kind of start that Majees Titans certainly don't want. They don't want a very, very sober start. They want to make a statement. And these couple of overs, the mandatory power play, is the right time to do it because it's risk-free.
A boundaryless over so far.
Oh, free runs, as many as 5. And that's not going to be great. Sagar Parmar has been a commentary box favourite, and at the moment he's not living up to his expectation. A different position he's bowling at though.
Coming very wide of the stumps and trying to angle into the right-handed batter. And in the process, 5 runs given away by Parmar. A much needed boundary for Majees Titans in the shape of extras.
9 runs already. Tries to sweep and will stroll to the other end for a single. So 10 runs of the first over. Majees Titans will believe they've gotten off to a start. Yash's GL. It's in the air and the fielder will not be able to get to it. And Abhinav Sharma will certainly take a leaf out of the book of Anshuman Prasanna, because striking early and getting some quick runs in the power play is the need of the hour.
Brave enough, targeting the helmet of Sharma is Yash's GL, but not afraid to take on Yash's GL. Beautifully managed over the wicketkeeper and final leg fielder for a boundary. So runs are coming thick and fast for Majees Titans.
Look to make a comeback. Shot once again. This one's higher and this one looks more powerful. And it's going to be a big six. It's a statement six from Abhinav Sharma that don't bowl to me there. And Yash's GL will have to probably correct himself immediately.
He's enjoying the pace offered by Yash's GL and rightly applauded by the dugout. Another young boy is making a name for himself. Got runs in D20, now looking solid in D10. Sharma in the absence of Amir Khalil. What a hit, what a connection, a maximum.
How will he correct himself now? Yash's GL. This time just a leading edge. Will land safe. Very lucky Abhinav Sharma. And in the process he's going to get a couple of runs to himself as well. So good start, good intent. And that's something that Majees Titans are very apt at doing.
And I like the way Karuna Ratne pushed for that second run. He asked Abhinav to come back for the second. He's looking good against Yash's GL, so he wants his partner to keep the strike. Spread offside field. In fact, the packed offside field.
A 6 and a 4 and a couple of runs. Can he keep it down now? Forced to take a single.
You're chasing 104, off to a very good start. He always talks about young Anshuman because the way he got those runs, but the slowly taking that spotlight is Abhinav Sharma. Another talented right-hand batter. Very strong towards the leg side as well as towards the offside region.
Now Karuna Ratne. Once again looks to power through the onside. It's going to be another boundary. Plenty of runs here leaking from the hands of Yash's GL as Lakpriya Karuna Ratne also joins the party with a boundary to his name. A miss hit, but who cares?
Trying to generate the pace. That has been the problem. Not looking for the right length. Bold couple of incoming deliveries to Sharma. He was hammered for a maximum of 44. Now Karuna Ratne, he joins the party with that 4 runs. Plenty of runs, 16 so far.
Quite amazing how just reading the pitch, even for a 10-over game, matters so much. Oh, this one skied. A few fielders circling underneath it. And it's going to be taken. Oh, yes, he's certainly going to be very happy. Saad Bagad. And if you would have to believe it, he's probably one of the more better fielders out there in the Royal Oman Stallions, the most improved ones. And he's managed to pluck a very important catch. Karuna Ratne was looking dangerous.
a wicket to end the over number 2 and the first over of Yashas GL, where he went for 16 runs. But sigh of relief. The wicket goes down, 27 on board.
New man in, Frisco Adams, and he has a job to do. And the job is to keep up with the tempo that the openers have provided. It's 2 overs done, 27 for 1. And he does. Gets enough meat on the bat. Abhinav Sharma looking to continue what he did in that first couple of overs, those first 8 deliveries that he's faced. It's a good boundary right on the first ball for Farman.
Very aggressive, and he knows exactly where the fielders are positioned. I love that pace offered by the bowlers of Royal Oman Stallions. First it was the Yashas GL, now Farman leaking runs, the very first ball.
You can see Farman getting a little bit of advice from those around him, asking him to bowl in the arc, asking him to bowl that sort of a delivery where Abhinav will have to play forward. Cheeky as well, looking for those inventive shots now. It's just very, very imperative and important that Abhinav Sharma does not lose the plot here.
And rightly said by you, I mean, they are not trying to bowl fuller, not inviting him to pay for those drives, because he looks quite comfortable playing those back of line deliveries, very strong toward the leg side, toward that square leg region, and back of the wicket he gets plenty of runs. Cutter, bowl a bit fuller, let him go straight over the bowler, and there is a long on in position, mid off inside the 30-yard circle.
What makes this even more difficult is Abhinav Sharma is also a good striker of the ball. He's got a wonderful drive. And at the moment, he's just dug out that full delivery. It's for a single only. And look at that fielder coming in from long gone, quite far away, very deep, placed extremely far away. So it took him a time to just come into the circle and consolidate the field. Frisco Adams for his first ball.
When you have such a strong setup and a strong structure, you always see something remarkable, and we are seeing something remarkable here. The way these guys are playing, on the back foot, rock solid, traveling like a bullet towards the deep extra cover. Shah Rukh Khan comes into play. But when you have that strong support system and you have coaches and strengthening team, you can see the difference. These two teams, they are way ahead when it comes to the fielding. The likes of Yalla Shabab also, gun fielders in all these three sides.
Coming in for the fifth delivery. Guided towards third man, only a single. And I completely agree with you, especially, you've got the Yalla Shababs and the Royal Oman Stallions. They've got like a proper setup. You've got that proper backup team, the support squad. On the other hand, Majees Titans too have taken, they've taken some notes from all these big teams to understand how you have the setup, how to make a good team. And they've got the support squads, they've got those extra bit of personnel who will help the team rise and are certainly considered one of the better teams. Wonderfully driven. It's only going to be a single as the protection in the deep will manage to keep it down to only one. 8 runs of the over of this Farman over. They are unable to arrest the flow of runs. 35 for the loss of 1, Majees Titans. Sharfuddin, he has a task at hand at the moment. And ball number 1 has been successful. The umpire stays absolutely still. So he's worked the tram line to his advantage. And he'll want to do more of that because at the moment, Ferisco Adams and Abhinav Sharma are striking the ball really well. It just seems that they've just come out of net practice.
And now Sharfuddin into the attack. There's a backward deep point. There's a deep extra cover. No one on the square leg. You have short square leg. So the line will be towards that 5th and 6th stump. Not express with the pace.
Crunched towards covers. A little bit of work for the fielders. Sweeper cover just coming in and managing to return it back. Only a single. They'll have to stay on their toes right at the moment. Royal Oman Stallions. They'll have to back each and every delivery, whether good or bad, by the bowler.
This will be an interesting phase. Couple of overs from Sharfuddin can tilt the momentum towards the Royal Oman Stallions because he will not offer you that pace. Now change in the field. Backward deep point comes in. Short square leg goes towards the deep square leg. It's Sharma on strike.
Short, slow. Another single, well managed over at the moment from Sharfuddin. What he's doing is mixing it up, providing all sorts of variations. But he'll have to be wary because one boundary here and all that hard work will be in vain.
Couple of years back, he came here in Oman as a batsman, pure batsman. But now, he really worked hard and regular in D10 with the ball.
In the air, he's cut that ferociously. Looking to take that extra run. And once again, just managing to keep the batters quiet. And he's doing well. So far, 4 balls and only 3 runs. Tough conditions. You can see him just getting his hands a little rough, getting some grip on the ball.
So much of excitement. But bowling as per the field, that is the beauty of Sharfuddin. So far a decent over. Sharma will be looking to find a boundary here. The field stays the same. Sharma on 22 of 12.
Oh, this one will not be liked by the umpire. That first delivery in which he got a dot was teasing, but this one quite blatant. So umpire Zaman Qureshi will not be pleased. On the other hand, Sharfuddin will have to bowl that again. He still bowled a decent over, and that's the beauty of getting runs on board. 103 on the board, that means 104 needed. And what this does is that even if you've got off to a flyer of a start, one quiet over and all of a sudden that required run rate just shoots up, making it seem further away. Big shot, fielder interested. Can he manage to hold on? No, he does not. Does well to stop it going from a boundary. But pretty ordinary stuff here by the fielder, especially on a night when you see plenty of them taking some stunners.
He created an opportunity. He just overran the fielder at long on. It was Junaid Ahmed. A poor effort.
And somehow or the other, Sharfuddin still manages to survive the onslaught. This can be a make or break over in the whole scheme of things. 23 of 13 Abhinav, and Ferisco Adams at the moment struggling to keep up with the tempo. This time towards long off. Will cut it down to only a single to end the over. Excellent stuff here from Sharfuddin. I think he's delivered the over of the game. Majees Titans 41 for 1 after 4. Farman continues. Works away towards the onside for a single. Now Ferisco Adams will have to do something special. Oh, he's raised the finger. Oh, this is absolute clinical from Royal Oman Stallions. Throwing in the throw, and what I believe is going to be the end of Ferisco Adams.
It was Karthik. Was never a second runner, but look at that, Junaid Ahmed. Great collection, and a fraction of seconds dislodges those bails short of his crease. Sharma just opening that room. He was put down in the previous over, but now short of crease, run out. Both the openers back in the hut. It's 42 for the loss of 1.
A wicket falls, and most importantly, it's the wicket of Abhinav Sharma, who was the main aggressor of runs, and now these two South African compatriots will have to make a difference. They will have to bring out their A game if they have to win this game.
The previous over of Sharfuddin, boundaryless over, and all of a sudden the pressure was built up. Boundaries are hard to come, trying to come back for the second. A suicidal from Abhinav Sharma, but what a throw from Karthik, and what a collection by Junaid. So it's two South Africans out there in the middle for Majees Titans, Gihan and Adams.
No stranger to playing some big shots here and quick innings. At the moment just decides to take a quick single, taking on the fielder. Oh, shy at the stumps, living dangerously, Ferisco Adams. The previous run out was also not a run to be taken. They could have played it out cautiously, because Abhinav Sharma was looking absolutely lethal out there in the middle, looking to strike the ball, brave enough to play out the bowlers. And that unnecessary second run probably was curtains for him. Could that have been avoided? And immediately on the very next delivery, you can see Ferisco Adams attempting another risky single. 3 runs of this over so far. They'll have to now make up for lost time. A big hit is needed. Ah, brilliant here from Farman. Extra bit of bounce. Took Feresco Adams by surprise. Only going to be a leg by. What can Farman do here better? He's given those 4 singles, yes. Can he manage to get a dot ball now to manage it? It just worked away really well off the pads. Jihan Clote, very strong with his wrists. Gets a boundary against the run of play. Just when Royal Oman Stallions were looking to apply brakes to the scoring, Jihan Clote responds.
Coming around the wicket and not an ideal delivery to a left-hand batter. Easy picking, rolling his wrist and goes past that fine leg fielder. What a dramatic over here. They have lost a wicket on the very first ball in the shape of run out. Then a couple of singles, 1 by and 4 runs. The blade of Gihan. Majees Titans moves to 49.
Still the game hanging in balance. It's been that sort of a game where even 10 runs and over seems to be strenuous. Even though they're managing to get it comfortably. 49 at the moment. So with a ball to go, they can always still look to stay in the hunt. Oh, brilliant. Innovation. And what a result here for Jihan Clote. It's a 6. Just when you thought that Majees Titans was losing the plot, out walks the southpaw Jihan Clote and gets a maximum. What a great result here in this 5th over. At the halfway stage, it's 55 for the loss of 2 wickets, Majees Titans, and they are still very much in the game.
What a match are we witnessing. Joining me in the com box, Jamil Zaidi. Jamil bhai. Shot pulled. And it's only going to be a single.
A great match is on. It's halfway through. 103 is the target. And they are already on 55 for 2 in 5 overs. And once again, Jihan Clote looks to be the man who can take the team to some, what you call, honors in winning the match. But again, Royal Stallions, they have to come back very quickly. Adam Frisco was brilliantly run out by direct throw from the fielder. He was playing so well.
Looking to paddle. Not able to get that kind of angle that he would have wanted.
It's a live match from Oman Cricket Academy ground, Muscat, for the Oman D10, powered by Dafa News. Each match is really going to the wire, bearing few.
What a shot. What an incredible shot. It's a shorthand jab. Incredible striking from Fresco Adams. Yes, it was short, but still had to be put away. And the power.
It's absolutely bad delivery. Shot going down the leg side, and Adam Frisco, the man who has got mighty power in his arms, throws it to the end of mid-wicket boundary.
Big boundaries on the leg side. And it doesn't matter because this is some excellent game of cricket. Two people from South Africa are trying to conquer this game for Majees Titans against Royal Oman Stallions. 56 for 2.
Are we going to see another thriller today? But now,
this is certainly going to be a thriller because, to my understanding, Feresco Adams and Gian Clote not the best against spin. Against pace, they're brilliant. And then when you have Royal Oman Stallions, they're really good with the spin attack. Bowling tight. Oh, there's a mix-up. Wouldn't do the damage on this occasion. But what a comeback from Karthik. Just 8 runs from that over despite the maximum. 63 for the loss of 2 at the end of 6 overs. Really feel that everything is going to come down to that all-important floating power play.
these two have rescued Majees Titans in the D20 as well. So to the right time for them to come back again with the brilliant batting performance.
Looking to play a paddle. Sharfuddin has been impressive throughout this D10 tournament. He'll give a big stare to Gian Clote. He'll raise his arm in delight. What an incredible delivery. What a timely delivery for Royal Oman Stallions. They've got the back of the all-dangerous Gian Clote.
Well, absolutely poor selection of the shot. The right ball was right in the middle of the stump, and it also got the pace as well. He has no time to put it through the scoop over the wicket-keeper's head. So very important wicket for Majees Titans now. 63 for 3.
Most importantly, it was an intelligent battle between both of them. Gian Clote was looking towards deep square leg, indicating that he wanted to play that paddle. And that's where he was expecting Sharfuddin to be outside the arc of off stump. And all of a sudden, a battle won by Sharfuddin, keeping it straight, and Gian Clote not able to get some bat onto it. 63 for the loss of 3.
This was always successful when I was coming to the very important stages of the game. Sharfuddin. Thank you.
Driven in the deep to the sweeper cover. It's only going to be a single. What a timely wicket. You needed Gian Clote to take the game a little deeper because the power of Feresco Adams was always on offer. And at the crunch situation, they've got that back of the all-important Gian Clote.
His presence could have been much better for Titans because he is a batter who can take the things out of the trouble with all the shots in his hand.
Big shot down the ground. There is protection, so just a single for Feresco Adams. What's been interesting is that Sharfuddin, not one of the quickest in town, not a lot of swing, not a lot of movement, not a lot of deviation, nothing special. but still very special. Sharfuddin just keeps it tight, gentle medium pace.
Well, that is what a bowler has to do. Of course, he doesn't have pace. So you just try to bowl intelligently, and that's what he has got, at all the ingredients of a good bowler.
Oh, in the air. This could be fairly interesting. Just not able to make ground. They had one of the better fielders in the deep. That was the ploy. That was the plan. It was played uppishly. Did well to get there as well.
But what an effort from the fielder. Could have been another stunner. We have seen a stunner. Asil has taken that spectacular catch.
Oh yes, what a catch was that. And look at this. Just not able to get underneath the ball. They need a boundary, and this will be a boundary. Sharfuddin just giving a little bit of width, and Feresco Adams was happy to be throwing the kitchen sink. It had not intended the place where it wanted to go, but outside edge and over third, and a valuable boundary.
Well, I think he didn't bowl well, this one, outside the off stump. The previous one also outside the off stump, though it was a crash drop. But he should have bowled in the stumps, this delivery, so avoid that boundary. That's what the bowlers have to think before bowling under such conditions where each run is absolutely important.
Still a decent over, just 7 runs of it. And that wicket of Gian Clote, can he wind the over up well? They need a boundary. Majees Titans shuffling across. It's only going to be scampered around for a single. Won't be chancing the arm of Saad Baggar. He's been one of those outstanding fielders for Royal Oman Stallions. 7 overs gone, 71 for 3. This is a battle in process. A battle to watch out for. If you ask me, this is the make or break over for Sagar Parmar. The floating power play. And they've trusted the likes of a spinner to be bowling it. Anything that is a single for Feresco Adams is a win for Royal Oman Stallions. 1, it's only a single. 2nd, they're getting Feresco Adams off strike.
Well said. Yes, absolutely.
What does Narayana Satish have to offer here? 2 of 2. They need 32 of 2.5. Big shot. Big shot. Not really a big shot. Narayana Satish having a braid fade movement. The class of Sagar Parmar just too good for Narayana Satish. The young talent, the young sensation, but not able to make an impact on this occasion. And he's going to be walking back to the dugout, courtesy of some timber being disturbed.
Well, so once again, it's a arm ball coming into the batter. He was nowhere of that when the wickets were open. And a very, very valuable wicket once again back to the dugout. It is 72 for 4.
Look at who's walking in. It's the man of crisis, Jan Shafiq. He's rescued Majees Titans on one occasion. Can he do it tonight? What an over from Sagar Parmar so far. 1 run and a wicket. In comes Jan Shafiq. Can he make an impact shot? And no chance whatsoever. They're appealing. That's a big appeal and the finger's gone up. Jan Shafiq is going to be walking back. That's a brilliant piece of keeping by the wicketkeeper. Unbelievable. Royal Oman Stallions are winning. From the jaws of defeat, all of a sudden Majees Titans are scampering and scampering out of the equation. And that is happening in the over of Sagar Parmar.
What a job done by the wicketkeeper. In flash, I think his left foot was still in the air. It's all on the line. Great work done by the wicketkeeper. And what a wicket.
We did mention that this is going to be a make or break event. Oh, he's gone. Never in a hurry to make it back. What a presence of mind from umpire Vikas. This is extremely good umpiring.
Umpiring, no doubt about it. Absolutely brilliant umpiring. It was just frictions of the second. He moved his foot up and immediately the wicketkeeper has took the baits off. Brilliant stumping as well.
Hat trick. Looking for the hat trick. Sagar Parmar fires it in the air over the offside. It will not have the legs to make it to the boundary, and Anshuman Guru Prasanna will keep it down to a couple of runs. This is not great running. Should have gone for the third. What an over from Sagar Parmar, Jamil Bhai. Just 3 runs and 2 wickets in 4 deliveries.
Match turning over, absolutely, I believe that one.
We did say that it's a break or make or break movement, but at the moment it is in favour of Royal Oman Stallions. Just 4 runs from 5 deliveries.
What an over from him.
What does Feresco Adams have to offer? He was watching all the proceedings from the other end. Need a maximum. Swings big. It's gone in the gap. They should get a couple of runs. Feresco Adams is generally very quick. Oh, a dive foot in. They're celebrating, they're appealing, but umpire Vikas is unmoved.
The wicketkeeper is so excited the way he's got it stumping. End of over number 8. It is 77 for 5. Majees Titans.
It's a no-brainer that the floating power play was very, very important. But if the floating power play was important, this is the penultimate over and it's even more important. And the best bowler in the ranks of Royal Oman Stallion is going to be bowling at Yash SGL. He went for 16 runs in his first over. Did pick up a wicket. But if he concedes 16 in this over, it will be a back-breaking 16. Inside edge and they're running for the single. This can be curtains for Feresco Adams.
But that's what they need. Feresco Adams to give maximum chance.
Oh, he was struggling. He was struggling all throughout. He had almost given up. I really believe that if GSSGL would have connected onto those 3 stumps, this could almost be curtains for Majees Titans. That is the importance of that wicket of Feresco Adams. 23 of 19. He spent some time in the middle. He needs to cut loose. standing deep in his crease, looking for any kind of elevation. Big swing and a miss.
Pressure is mounting absolutely on Frisco Adams. And Yashasji is a very experienced bowler. Good pace. And the right area he's bowling. Because Frisco Adams is absolutely crazy. The ball comes outside the off stump, a bit shorter to him. Short of the length. He can pull it from outside the off stump for the maximum.
If Fresco Adams is going to be playing these 10 deliveries, I feel that he should take Majees Titans home. The single will take him away from the strike. That's going to be the issue.
Intelligent bowling from Yashas. That was a full toss. He knows that. Low full toss rather.
They are the toughest to connect. What do you think will be the role for Adnan Khan here? Just take a single or probably go for the big one?
Obviously, yes, what you say is that the right way.
Big shot up in the air. Not a lot of elevation and a good catch in the deep. Believe it is Saad Baggar, one of those refound talents for Royal Oman Stallions. He was absolutely average and disappointing last season. This season has been a turnaround for Saad Baggar. He's been one of the players to watch out for. He's worked on his fitness. He's come fitter. What a revolution is Saad Baggar.
Wicket number 6 back to the dugout for Majees Titans. And from here on, things looks to be not in the favor of Titans.
Yashas he's bowled a brilliant over so far. Edged and going high up in the air. The keeper underneath it. He's never going to be dropping something as simple as that. Royal Oman Stallions are rising under pressure.
Clueless shot from Abu Badullah. Just even not saw the ball where the ball is coming. It was almost chest side. And it didn't try to pull it, got top edge. So wicket number 7, back to the dugout. Things looks bleak from here for the Majees Titans.
Seven balls, 25 required. On most days, we would be able to say that this is a game in favor of Royal Oman Stallions, but Fresco Adams still in the middle can be very handy. It's almost a free hit for Tandale. Can he strike a maximum here? Not really. The quality of Yashas GL too good. Just 2 runs and most importantly those 2 wickets in that over of Yashas GL. And that means that Royal Oman Stallions are way ahead in this contest. 79 for the loss of 7. They need 25 more in the final over. They've put their faith in the mystery spinner Karthik. The very first delivery, they're not going to be going for the single. They know that everything relies on Feresco Adam and his power hitting.
We only have to wait and see when the power will come from Adams. Yes.
That's the first one. It's a mighty maximum from the bat of Feresco Adams. We know he's a power hitter. We know he's a master striker of the cricket ball. But can he continue doing that? They need 3 more.
Look at that, the longest run once again. For any maximum hit by Adams, it was going around 80 to 90 meters.
They need 3 more. They have 4 deliveries in hand.
19 runs required.
Right in the block hole. No chance whatsoever on that delivery.
Clever bowling from Karthik.
That certainly means that this game can only at the best end in a tie unless and until Karthik leaks any extras. Fired in, and this is going to be a dot ball once again. What a performance by Royal Oman Stallions. (19) required of 2 deliveries. Full toss. An opportunity, not really. They're still not going to be going for the single. It's been one of those poor outings for Feresco Adams. 30 of 26. If your star player has played almost half the deliveries, you should have been home. He's only got 30. Won't be wrong in saying that he's played that villainous role. Right in the block hole, and once again, it's only going to be a dot ball. They're not going for the single, and this can be a run-out opportunity. Not really. They'll complete the single. So just 7 runs of that final over of Karthik. And what that means is that Royal Oman Stallions have taken their revenge back of that win in the final of the D20 by Majees Titans. They won handsomely by 17 runs, and that's a decent margin.
Very, very, very well fought game for Royal Stallions. They scored 103 and then defended it nicely, winning the match by 17 runs. An all-round performance from Royal Stallions. Some absolutely brilliant fielding as well for the batting. It is Abhinav Sharma who bowled 23 runs. He scored for 13 runs. And then free score, 31 of 27 remains not out. And Jihan Klote 12. And no other batsman crossed the 12-figure mark. So 86 for 7 in 10 overs with 8 extras.
What an excellent performance from Royal Oman Stallions. Majees Titans didn't come all guns blazing. But then towards the later 5 overs, they came back very strong on the back of Sagar Parmar, who got 2 for 16. Yashish GL was exceptional as well. He bowled the penultimate over and picked up wickets. So 3 for 18 for him as well. 1 wicket for Sharfuddin, that prize wicket of Jihan Klote. And that means that Royal Oman Stallions are going to be walking back victorious. Sagar Parmar started the proceedings, and they started with a bang. Majees Titans on the back of Abhinav Sharma, and they were scoring runs very quickly. And what that meant is that they're always in the equation. Jihan Klote also came in, and he was very impactful. Scored a few quick runs. Adam Feresco also struck boundaries, but that's where the game changed. It was Sharfuddin who got the back of Jihan Klote, and all of a sudden things started to go in. Sagar Parmar, to start off, bowled a brilliant over in the floating power play, picked up 2 wickets, and then Yashas GL came to the party, and all of a sudden he picked up a couple of wickets in his over, breaking the back of Majees Titans completely, and all of a sudden they did not know what to do and where to do. Peresco Adams tried his level best, got a maximum in the final over, but that was never going to be good enough, and that's where 17-run win.
So match summary. It is match summary. Oman Stallions scored 103 for 3. Some excellent batting by Anshuman Guru Prasanna. Once again, 58 of 36. Junaid Ahmed 20 of 12. Ubaidullah got 1 wicket. Satish got 1. And Shafiq got 1. Chasing 103, 86 for 7. Majees Titans, Peresco Adams 31 of 27. Abhinav Sharma 23 of 13. Yashas G got 3 for 18. Brilliant bowling. And Sagar Parmar, the correctly mentioned, got 2 for 16, 1 for Sharfuddin. Royal Stallions won the match by 17 runs. And after Q break, it will be the post-match presentation with Amin Wagle.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Game number 33 has just concluded. It was the third game of the playoffs round robin stage, and certainly Royal Oman Stallions versus Majees Titans was a cliffhanger. It went down till the last over. Anything could have happened. Taking you through the games first, the way how things started, Royal Oman Stallions batted first, scored 103 for the loss of 5 wickets. Exciting innings from a top order batter from the Royal Oman Stallions. In response, Majees Titans fought very, very hard. Some quick runs by Abhinav Sharma and then a late onslaught by Jihan Klote and, of course, Ferisco Adams. However, they fell short and scored somewhere around 80 to 85 runs. And as a result, Royal Oman Stallions bag a point for their team. The top order batter that I was talking about was Anshuman Guru Prasanna. Scored a blitzkrieg of an innings and scored nearly 55 runs of roughly less than 40 balls. So that probably proves to say that what a great knock that was, earning him the player of the match. He'll collect the medallion from umpire Zaman Qureshi. Congratulations, and you're making it a habit. You're picking up too many medallions. That's not good for the rest of the batters.
No, I'm actually glad, I've been able to take up the responsibility of the order. We don't have a lot of the major players, backing us up. So, of course, I had to take the responsibility, especially this game. I'm glad to, perform again on the top order. I hope to keep it consistent. I wasn't that, able to carry it towards the end of the game, but I'm glad I was able to do it against a very good team today.
I can call you a senior because you're doing this very often and you're opening the innings for ROS really, more often than not. But tell me something about your approach to a 10-over game and how different it is from a 20-over game.
When I had the opportunity to open in the 20-over game, I had a bit of time to settle in. Usually, I've had to change my approach a bit the moment the T20 game has started. Usually, I take up a couple of singles and then, watch how the ball works. But I had to change that approach, especially when it comes to T10. I have that free, game to go and play. I've been given that by the management, by my coach. So I don't have a lot of pressure. But today, after the last game, I had quite a shaky start, but I was able to carry it. But I realized I had to play all the 10 overs today. Make sure that we had that target to defend and make it easy for the bowlers to, do their part.
Well, Anshuman, certainly you're doing absolutely splendid for Royal Oman Stallions at the top of the order. Many congratulations once again, and I hope you do much more than this.
Thank you so much.
That was Anshuman Prasanna, and what an innings that he has played. That's all from this game, but then do stay tuned. We've got plenty of great cricketing action coming your way.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.